Student, in this video we are going to learn next web form control of ASP.NET, that is a button control. It is very important web form control. With the help of button control, we are sending the user input data to the server, and through the server we are getting the response, and that code will be written within this button click. Now these buttons by default, it is an submit type. So there are the two ways that you can submit a data: with the help of the submit button or with the help of the command button. So submit button, you know that just your data will be just sent to the server, and with the help of the command buttons you can create a multiple command buttons within a single button, and you can send or you can set different commands with the help of the command argument for that buttons. So let's see some theoretical part of this button. Okay, so command button, just I told you that it will be sending the data to the server in the same way, but in the command name and command argument, there are the two attributes are given, and with the help of the two attributes we can create a single command name button, and it will invoke the different command argument buttons, execute the different command argument buttons with the help of some coding. So by default, the submit button just a single button, and that is sending your request to the server. Now, along with the submit button, command button, there are another buttons are also present in the toolbox, just like an image button, where the image, when you click on that particular image, then your data or the request or the code behind that image button will be get executed. Another one, link button. Here, that particular control will push your data, or it will be act as a link. So you have seen in many of the websites will be having a link, and you are clicking on the link and it is redirected to some another web page. So in that way, just it will be look as a link, but it is a link button. Then HTML button for the this is for example, whatever we are learning as in a button, these are the web server controls. Now HTML button, HTML input button, these buttons are the same that we have written for the HTML code, and work for the client control as in a client web controls. So right now we will focus on submit button and command button. So command button, just I told you that it is used when we require multiple buttons, and that should be get activated according to a single command, and there will be the different options. With these options, this command button should act. We will see one example, then your idea will be get clear. Now first submit button, you know that just we are sending some data from user to the server, and then server will process that data, it will sending the result back. So that is your submit button. So submit button, no need of command name argument should be filled with the submit button, and no need of the command argument also. So what are the different properties? The same properties that we have learned for the text box, for the label, these are the web standard properties are applicable. Web control standard properties are the same one. Along with that, some important properties are on client click. So what will happen when the function get executed, button get clicked? Then the command name. So we will see the first one, command name. This is your command name, you can associate it with this command event. Command argument, along with the command name we will provide additional argument. Validation, whether the specific page is validated or not when a button control or the button control get clicked. Run at server, that you know it must be set to server. Post back URL, that particular URL of the page is post to from current page to the server when that button get clicked. Use submit behavior, whether it is following the submit mechanism or this command mechanism. Validation group, the same, that whether it is causing the validation when we are sending data post to the server. Text, that we can write text on the button. So these are the important properties of the button. Along with this standard properties, just like access key, you know that we can set a shortcut key from the keyboard, and with the help of alt and that shortcut key we can access that particular web control. that is a button. Attributes: back color, border color, then font style, CSS if we have defined, then which CSS class it will promote, that one, whether button is enabled or not, then height, width, then it's a tab index, tooltip, that is an information, additional information of that particular web control when we move that mouse over that web control width. So these are the properties. Now let's go to the practical part. First I will show you a submit button. Now this submit button, just in last video we have created this form. Right now what I have done, I set this password label as an visible. You can see the property. Okay, this is a property of label 1, and I set this visible is a false row, right? So if we run this one, so it will not appear on the web browser. Now the next one, this one, text box 2. This text box 2, it's a property the same, visible, set as a false. So what I want to do, whatever the data written into the text box 1, that is in a login name, that should be appear in the label 3 when I click on the button. So that action should be taken place. That is the aim of this particular program. So but this is a button, and you can see the different property. Let's see the different properties of the button. Just we have discussed it theoretically. Access key, the tab index we can set, colors, background colors you can set, the set here as in a submit. Suppose I write here over here as a submit, that will be the text. Font, you can set different fonts. Then enable, yes, it should be enable. So we by default it is a true one, so keep it as a true. Validation, yes, it is a validation and inheriting the properties of the parent classes. Data, right now it is not bounded to any data source, and its ID is a button 1, and it's a height and width. Visible, yes, it is a true one. Okay, so if I go to the source, see which are the different source code has been generated. Text box, I forgot to tell you about label. So you can see when you drag a label, automatically the label ID, label 1, that is ID where it is running. By default it is at the server, run at server. Text, that we have defined the text, and visible set as a false. So these properties will be get set over here in the source part and end of that ASP. Same with the button, ASP button ID button 1, run at the server, on click button 1 _ click. Now here on click, it is an event, one of the event handling mechanism. Now we will see the code part also. Text is submit and height and the width. Only these properties has been set. Now let's go to design part and just here double click on this button. I have double click. Automatically it's a CS code page will be get open. Now here you can see these are the packages, and the system class will be get invoked. So that is a by default one when your C# file will be get open. So this is a namespace web application 2. This is your project. Namespace just like your package, and this is a class web form 2 system web.ui page that will be inherited in this web form 2. Page load, so we are not writing any code on the page load. When the page will get load, what should happen, that also we can write over here. I double click just on this button, and you can see here button _ click, and here whatever the data you are sending, that will be in the form of the arguments. Now what just I have written, one simple line of code, label 3.text is equal to text box 1.text. So if I write something into the text box 1 and click on that button, then that data that information of text box will be assigned to the label 3 and that will be visible on your web page. And this is for the text box 1 text change event. So whenever you are writing something, then that will be get reflected, so it is on. Okay, let's run this program. Web form 2. It takes some time. Okay, see here you can see web form 2 is loading over here. Localhost, as we are using the same machine, a single machine for that. Now this is the login name, and here suppose I am providing xyz as a name and say submit. See here the label in label 3 you can see xyz. If I write anything else, suppose Anita, right name. So this text has been changed. So text box content will be changed. So this is a behavior of the submit button. Along with the submit button, we can use a command button, and I will show you how exactly that command button works. So here in a submit button, if we go to the properties of submit button, let's go to the properties of submit button. So here you can see command name and the command argument is a blank one. So for your command button, we will provide some command name and command argument, and that command name and command argument we will use at the C# coding. So we have to write some code, and while using that code we will use this command name and the command argument. So let's go to that one, another web form. It's a design part. So this is an example of command name example. Here you can see the sort ascending button, sort descending, another one submit, and unknown command name and submit unknown command. So here sort ascending and sort descending, these two multi buttons are of one same command name as in a sort, and their command arguments are ascending and descending, sort ascending and sort descending. Also for the submit, this one button submit and submit unknown command argument, it is having command name as in a submit, and first one it is no any command argument, and second one submit unknown command argument, and this one it is not having any command name or and command argument. So let's see it's the source code part. Here you can see the source code. So button ID, button 2. In design part, I will show you. It's a property. You can see here the command argument, it is an ascending, and command name, it is a sort, and the text, the sort ascending. So text doesn't matter, you can write anything in the text, that is for understanding. It has been written as a sort ascending. But now the command name sort, for the second one, this one, sort descending, let's see its properties. Sort, command name is a sort and command argument is a descending. So both are having the same command name. So with the single command name, we can create multiple buttons, that is the use of that command name, command button, and along with that we can associate